If not, hey everybody, it's Damon Johnson of DJ Realty Solutions. I have a guest. Y'all know I don't have a lot of guests, so he must be special. Because I don't think I've had a guest in months. Um, it's Sherrod Pigee. It is not PJ, y'all. I was practicing this last name all last night, and I was like, let me not mess this up. But Sherrod comes highly recommended uh from Sean Groves, who was like, Damon, this your credit person. I was like, okay, here we are. But as I've gotten to know Sherrod, he is a wealth of information. I try not to call and ask silly questions, but he's like, Damon, there are no silly questions. So I had to have him on the show tonight. And come to find out, we both really don't drink like that. So we just will be sipping. We will not be chug-a-lugging. Now y'all know my Facebook goes out every time we go on, then Trip loads us back in. So everybody else is live. So let me give a shout out to my LinkedIn audience, my Twitter audience. Where else am I at? Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Hey everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. So it's going to I'm gonna add them in. Okay.
Okay. Am I live yet?
Let me
On mine.
see. Let me add you. Y'all, this microphone is close. Like, we need to took me out on the date chat.
You playing the organ?
Right, like, okay, I added Sherrod. So we want him to share it out from his page, Strip. Yep, that's the easiest. Yep, Yep, I'm good. Okay, when you come back over. No, you're fine. Click on home, left, yep, and then scroll down. Yep. No, down, no, down. I'm sorry. And then I should have you. Y'all, hold on. See, it's funny when I asked you for some help. I'm like, you asking me? Let's see here. How's everybody doing? Is everybody enjoying this crazy weather? Hopefully you are. Why did not? It didn't pick them up. Let's see. I don't know why I didn't pick them up. Let's see. Oh, yeah. See, that's why I pay Trip the big bucks, y'all. Because listen, I tell people, listen, just when you think. No, share the feed. And share to switch to a group. Post. Posting. Posted. I think we got you. Okay. See, y'all, that's why we started coming this early, because you dealing with two old folks. Yep, we got you.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
I'll get an A for effort today, y'all. So we're gonna get started officially now. I tried. This show goes out to y'all who think y'all credit is better than what it is. Hell, me included. You would not believe the times. See, I don't pull the credit. The LO pulls the credit. Um, and it's not. And Sherrod is gonna explain all this. It's not a Credit Karma pull. It's like a real actual pull. Because everybody thinks they have a 770 and 800. I'll be looking like this. Hell, if you had that, you wouldn't be calling me. I don't know why y'all think y'all score is like that, but he does a lot of different things besides credit. So I will let Sherrod tell you what he does and why he does it and how he can help y'all, because y'all need some help. Stop buying them big Cadillac trucks. Like, cut it out. Stop. Tell them to stop that. So Sherrod, tell us um about your company, what you do, and why it's important.
Well, first, I want to thank you for taking the time to even have me in your
Oh,
presence.
y'all hear
I
that?
met you from good stock,
Oh, thank
and I
you.
met you from my little brother. I call him my little brother.
And don't tell nobody how old you are. Jesus, I need to go put me some lotion on tonight. Lord have mercy.
He's he means a lot to me, And
Yeah.
he's taught me a lot without even.
Lord, we got a
teaching me.
question already. Hold on, y'all.
And the good thing is that he's put me in company with good men, good women like yourself, and I don't take that lightly.
Oh, thank you. Y'all, we can end the show right there. That was great.
The I was my worst client. Let me
Mm.
start out by saying this. So you can't tell me about a bad credit score. Back in 07, 06, I was well in the threes. But I decided, after coming through the aftermath of all of it, I decided to make it a business.
Mm.
And in making it a business, I started Score Revive. What better name? We got to revive scores.
Yeah, because I'm dead.
Yeah.
Mine have been dead a few times. Like, ooh, she dead.
Right. And I decided to, because I knew how to do it as a hobby,
Mm-hmm.
but with technology and all the different, web tools, decided to make it a business.
Nice.
And saw the need for it. And bad credit does not discriminate.
Oh,
It does not discriminate. Uh, it's in every nationality, in every neighborhood, in every city.
yep.
It's something that we have to have. It is our financial pulse, and a lot of people, hey, they have to understand that because nobody thinks about their credit until they have to use it.
Until they ride past that house or that car, like, hey,
Yes.
like, it's too late now.
And a lot of times that's why we deal with mortgage companies, not car lots, because a car lot, they'll run your credit and have you with 50 inquiries, on a 2-year lease,
and
they
give
know
you
to fall off in 2 years.
and give you this bicycle, like it's a bicycle
Exactly.
with a hood on the back. What is
Exactly.
this?
Exactly. They'll say, "Hey, we'll give you that Kia with 2 tires."
Like,
But and a lot of people they just make very little, very small mistakes that trip them up. They'll go buy a car while they're trying to finance a house.
tell me about
And
it.
it'll tank the score immediately. And a lot of times it's just those small things, those little, just it's almost like just a little nuisance that cause that cause the score to go down. And a lot of times, man, it's only 10 to 40 points you need to get through it. But once we get you the mortgage or assist you in getting the mortgage,
Mm-hmm.
we keep a continued education going about your credit. Now, the biggest problem people have is they don't listen after they get the house. They don't listen after they get, whatever they're trying to get.
Like, I got the number I needed. Bye.
Exactly. So we don't mind them tanking it because they'll come right back as a repeat customer.
Yep. Like, you'll be back.
Right. But no, we try to educate them so they don't come back. It's almost like a check cashing place. We try to educate them and not have them on that Ferris wheel.
Right. Uh-oh, we got a question.
Okay.
What are some credit building myths people are wrong about? Ooh, I'm not even going to talk about this one. I know he knows the real answer.
Well, you give her the first one.
That go to the. I've heard clients say this. I'm gonna go open up a JCPenney's card and then I'm gonna pay it on time every month, and that'll shoot my score up. I'm like, but you still owe Target $9,000. That's not gonna do it.
The biggest myth about credit is simply this: if you have one card, and that one card you have 30% on it. Rule of thumb, 30%, you're safe. But if you have 10 cards at 30%, you're still at 30%.
Mm.
If you have 100 cards at 30%, you're still at 30%. The problem is people will come and say, hey, I'm 118% over the credit limit, or I'm 70%. A lot of times we can get the items off the credit by using the Fair Credit Reporting Act. This is no hocus pocus. See, a lot of credit companies, we're not a credit repair company. We are a item resolution company.
Did y'all hear that?
We don't deal with anything we have a 5-step process. We don't just send a letter in and sweat for 28 to 30 days and hopes it comes off. We have a team set up and designed using AI technology to help people continuously build this. But not only that, we try to get them through the process to see what the problem was and
Mm-hmm.
why it is. And I go back to the question of being and giving you the answer of a lot of times we can get the item off, but if your debt is still high,
Right.
it's a mood issue.
Right. Like, listen, it's just not it.
Well, because if the score, let's say we get you at 35% of your credit is payment history.
Mm-hmm.
35%. 30% is your debt ratio. So if I clean you up, let's say we get rid of the lates, we get rid of the write-offs, we get rid of bankruptcies, we get rid of all that. Once we get rid of it, if you're still at 70%, you as a loan officer, you as an agent, you as whatever in all your capacities, what good does it do?
Right, because you're still like, you got to go back.
Right, go get a consolidation.
Right.
Go to your local credit union, put all of that consol into one loan. So now you have 25 credit cards into one payment. Now it looks better for the bank. Your debt ratio comes out. It's a number and credit hack.
Mm-hmm.
Is basically what people have to start learning how to do in keeping that debt down.
What do you say? I'm gonna get to his other business job, but y'all know this credit is a hot topic. What do you say? I get this a lot from clients. Oh, that's old. It's getting ready to come off, and I look like, well, shouldn't you have started? What? How can I word this? When should they start? Because having the LO real estate agent do the pull kind of is too late to me. Like if they like we're in purchase season now, and if you know your score, let's say we need you to have a 620 for this program, and you're at a 580. When should they start? Does it take months? Does it take?
We have a system that's set up that we try to get from A to Z in 45 to 90 days.
Did y'all hear that? 45 to 90 days.
Well, here's the caveat.
Oh, y'all back up. Reverse.
No, there's the caveat. I have twins. They have
bless you.
Numbers. Thank you. They have credit. Their social security numbers are one number apart. Any twins or triplets is like that.
Okay.
But even their credit score is not the same. There's no two snowflakes alike.
Really?
Take that out. That's from the Bible. There's nothing. That's not.
So the twins don't have the same score?
No, they've applied everything at the same time. They've done everything at the same time, and their score is even different.
Wow.
So, but because there's so many factors, whether it's through FICA, whether it's through TransUnion, Equifax, or Experian. See, a lot of people don't realize they are TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. They get their data from Innovis.
Okay.
A lot of Innovis, Navient, a lot of names Novice, I'm sorry. A lot of names you don't hear about.
Oh, Doug Kingsbury.
Yeah. Hi, Doug. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Dougie.
A lot of times people don't realize that they're just data centers. I'll give you an example. How many times people come in? My Credit Karma is 900.
I'm like, yay! Right, what your pre-approval look like?
Right. The problem is they buy that info because they're nothing but a data center. That's why they sold for $4 billion.
And you know what? I know you're right. People think that it's people that are working on their behalf. Yes. I'm like, honey, that's a call center. They don't care what your stuff. They are. Nobody's rubber stamped and approved. I was like, that's not what the bureaus are.
If you look through Credit Karma, through their disclaimers, it says for entertainment only.
Y'all, this show has been brought to you by the letter E, entertainment. What?
Yes.
Could you just repeat that? You did not just say that.
If you go through Credit Karma, if you go through it, in the fine print, it says for entertainment only.
Now y'all not gonna go. You know I'm blind as a bat, so I'll be home like do this.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Be like, what's this?
Yeah.
But I can't.
If you think about it, what do you see the most? Insurance ads.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
it's data.
Yeah, they're sending you quotes. Everything. I mean, credit is just a byproduct.
Yeah, because my insurance number, my insurance renewed, and they sent the number, and I look like this. I guess it's okay because it's the same rate I had like this year. It doesn't seem to be. Don't you go up on me?
Right,
If you
right.
go up, I'm leaving. I was like, but no, but I'm glad you're here and they're gonna get all your information. Nobody I say for my clients, nobody is explaining the stuff of how credit works. And I don't know if it's a society thing or if it's I don't know who that falls on. It doesn't fall on the realtor because we're looking like hell. We don't know either.
I have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
You went to school. I went to
Yes.
school. Everybody we would know went to school, went to college. I don't care if you
Mm-hmm.
went to Princeton. I don't care if you went to Yale. I don't care if you went to wherever, college, high school, wherever. Show me one place that they pulled a credit report out and said, this, now, not in home ec, not in business, not in social science. It is designed to keep you blind.
Oh yeah. Oh, yo, he dropping a quotes. He dropping a gems tonight, yo. He done took over my show. Let me black. Let me blur him out. When I tell you, I was a school teacher, and we would throw little things at them. They would look at us like, "What you talking about?" I was like, "Oh my God, where is the real life class at?"
Well, legislation is now coming out that they're going to teach shades of this.
Yeah,
but it's not going to be the real, educational class. And we're looking to put together some programs.
because even as realtor Damon, mortgage guy Damon, social media Damon, when people, I know I'm closer to it than most, and I still don't understand it. I had a DTE bill that was dragging me down, and this is I guess it was my fault. You know how you get it, and it's like $50, so you don't pay it. You don't pay it till it's like 100. It was boink, boink, and I was like, "Why is my score dropping? It's that damn DTE bill."
You got to remember one thing: a lot of people get mail and they ignore it. I'll get to it later. And the next thing you know, listen, I had a lady.
Hey, Brittany.
I had a lady about 8 months ago. She had one collection account for $17.
My
it cost
God.
her 164 points.
Ooh, what was it? What company was it?
LJ Ross and Associates.
Who is that?
Some collection account.
And you know what's so funny? As I was I know that I wasn't paying it because in my head, I was like, "Oh, this is too small," and I was like, wait until I got 2 or 3 or whatever, and it was and I got my score and was like, "Well, I'm not doing nothing." You know, you're not doing anything, and I was like, "Oh, my score is dropping," and I said, "Think, Chubby, think. What are you not paying on time?" I was like, "It's that DTE bill." So now I pay
by
them.
that time, the interest.
Oh my God!
The interest on it, what started out $100, now it's $618.
Oh my God! So then it doesn't even matter that you paid it. Yep. You still can't get them points back.
Well, see, here's what they tell you, and see, here's the slickness. What they do is say, "Yeah, Damon, just call us, pay it, sure. We'll get it. We'll get a handle for you." We go with the caveat: if you can't remove it, we don't want you to pay it. Because if the account stays there, it shows paid was in collection, or paid was 30, paid was 60. It does, it has no, I'll say the wrong word. It has no nutritional value for your credit score.
Dog food, just sitting there.
Exactly. It's just sitting there. It's like grits. It has no nutritional value.
Did he say grits? Lord, no, my Lord. No. Now listen, I gotta get him escorted out here. So I don't know, and I shouldn't say the blame. I don't know where the education. I'm gonna put it on you and revive.
Yes, yeah.
This is where it is. There are people who care about your score and the education piece of it and the after piece of it that can do it, because it's not. I can speak for all realtors in America, y'all. It's not us. When they give us, we don't even see y'all number. We see, Lord, it's another question. What percentage should you keep your credit under to increase your score? Oh, good question, Brittany.
30%.
Because she's a realtor.
30%. If you keep it at 30% for any of your customers, even if there's lates on the credit report, you can still get action. You can still get good action. A lot of times, like, some credit is just so far gone that we need more time than that 45 to 90 days.
Right.
It's a marathon. I tell people all the time, because we never want someone said, hey, we want our money back, or we don't have those problems. But because we tell people from day one, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Come on, Gary.
We have to tell them, because they want that house. They've driven by that house. They want a $200,000 house with $1,700 down.
I'm
and
like,
a credit score of 512.
Me too.
Right.
When I can't say that deal because they might be watching. Is it? Come on, Brittany got it. Is it best to keep it at 30% exactly, or just don't go any higher than that? I've heard it's not best to keep it at 0.
Keep it fluctuating between 25 and 30%. Inbox me at corporate@scorerevive.com, and what I'll do is I'll send you some credit hacks. Or just go to scorerevive.com and leave, just send an email, and someone from my team will get that to you. But there's a lot of different credit hacks that you can do. But 25 to 30% is, from what we've seen, is the number you have to be at.
Brittany, you family, so I know you follow me. So you we'll get a hold of you for sure. Oh, look at Trip with the Trip be so quick with the posting of the stuff. Y'all, that's the hack over there, having your videographer over there know what he's doing. Now, this is a selfish one, because I know you can't do nothing about that stupid student loan. Do you? Now, I know they're not gonna give us no money, or I don't know what they're gonna do. How can I put this in a nice way? I'm trying to be PC. Do you pay it and pay the smallest you can pay, or do you be like, F it, it's going to be on there anyway?
I could have read your mind
right
as you started. Here's the deal. I know a lady who had a student loan. She said it. She said, screw it. I'm not paying it. I'll just pay interest. When I want to pay it, I'll get deferment. 26,000 has now turned into 70,000. So to answer your question, I would pay it as much as I can. Now they have a lot of different programs.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are BS.
Yes.
A lot of them are fluff. A lot of them, again, it's like Credit Karma. The small print is what gets.
It's like it's never ending. It's like I was paying them great for years, and then I was looking like,
who are the loans with?
Oh, I have to look at my stuff. It got switched once before.
Well, see, they sell them. See,
they sell them.
See, here's the trick. The trick is they sell it, and in a lot of cases, that interest kind of readjusts itself.
Yeah, y'all gonna think I was going crazy. I was like, this thing didn't move, and and matter of fact, it looked like it went. People like, Damon, that's crazy. I was like, y'all, I'm telling you, something's not. Yeah. So. And I usually don't get political on my show, but I'm voting for whoever's do something about them student loans. That's who got my vote.
The thing is, you have to remember, if they just took the interest,
and
erased the interest,
and just give me what I really owe.
Here's wipe the interest, take us back to the real number.
Yes, the number.
Reset the interest. That would help a lot of people.
It would be a housing baby boom. Yes, it would be the land of plenty. It would be 1950 all over again. You couldn't build a house fast enough if they reset that interest and gave everybody their real. If they said, guess what? We don't care what y'all owe. Give us $200 a month. People will be going crazy. Yes. It will be lines out the door for houses, cars, everything.
I know too many people that are paying $1,000 to $3,000.
And like for what? It's not going anywhere. Yes. Y'all don't hear me saying this bad stuff tonight, but I'm just, this is a real show. So here you go. But we get that a lot where I always tell people, what is your financial planner saying? Or what, I don't want to tell you what to pay and what not to pay. So now you're finna get all those calls. I'm be like, did you call Sherrod Jack? like what did he say, dude? Because people don't know, and then they trust us. So they're like, Damon, what you think? And I'm like, oh, girl, I don't know. Because we only, as realtors and as mortgage people, we don't see everything. And then people will go, surprise.
Yes.
My wife is $80,000 in debt with Oakland University.
And a lot of people don't. A lot of you've brought up a very important point. When you're married,
oh, it's a whole nother show.
That's a circus act that keeps on performing.
Because you get the child support, then you get who drop kick who.
And I'll tell you something I didn't know until recent, that with child support, they can now take your license.
Oh, your driver's license?
They can suspend your driver's
Boy,
license.
this why I have no kids, y'all. What? Now I knew you could get arrested.
Yeah.
I said you. And
my ex-wife was gracious.
like thanks, girl. I told this. I can't be telling y'all the clients because these people might be listening.
Right.
Let's just say I had a client who he worked for the government per se. Mm-hmm. The score, whatever came out, and he owes so much. I said, you better off owing the IRS than what you owe them. At least the IRS will work somehow with you. That state of, I don't know what it is, say that Michigan. I said, how are you not in jail?
Well, I'll give you a funny story. What people don't know about child support. I am probably one of the only individuals that ever sued the friend of court.
Oh, were you nervous?
No.
Okay.
I had nothing to lose over the child support putting on my credit report. Because that judgment is basically a bogus. It's basically a bogus piece of paper from the way they collect. And I'll give you an example. If with child support, if let's say you find out right now you have a child, and the child, she goes after you for 18
help.
She goes after you for 18 years of child support.
Oh,
let's just use that figure.
Right.
Let's say the figure is $500,000. And she says, hey, Dad, I'm going to waive all $500,000 of it. And you say, okay, fine. Thank you. But if she was on assistance for 10 of those years.
Oh, the state like run us our money.
I got to have that. Let me hold that. They will come for that money. The state will come after that.
Not the parent. The parent, like, whatever.
The young lady is like, hey, I signed off. I did everything you asked me to do. I signed off. We worked it out. You were paying me individually. The problem is if she was on any type of assistance, the government will get that money with interest.
And this is really nationally, probably.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I know it is in Michigan.
Michigan.
Michigan, I know for a fact it is. In other states, I would assume
it's something similar.
Don't quote me on other states, but Michigan, yes.
Oh, so
because they're giving you a loan. I mean, they're giving you a loan when you're given, food stamps or any kind of assistance.
This show is brought to you by Use the Protection, so you won't be with the people.
Trojan.
Oh, right. Because the reason I bring up the college stuff, I have the stories where I may get sued. So it's whatever. I paid them off. I was a school teacher in Pontiac, and this is when somebody else was in office up in Lansing, and they were it broke the unions, and they were kind of weeding us out I was a younger teacher, but since I had the masters, in Michigan, you have to pay master level teachers at that level. Yes. You can't lowball. This is the number. Yes. Here. It's kind of the similar through every school district, kind of like is a number. So we were enrolling in classes and getting paid for them like after you enroll, so they would pay your balance off. Well, they said they ran out of money. Here we go. We'd already had enrolled. It was two at a time. The two classes that ended up being $3,000 cost me $6,800 and something. Yes. It got to be, I was getting such nasty letters from the state. I was like, do I need an attorney? Yes. Like, I just took a closing and I was like this. The letters were so, and I'm not a baboon by any stretch of imagination, but I was really looking like, it was like, you're gonna go to prison. Yeah. It was just so weird.
But you gotta remember, they give you that debt to keep you in prison.
Yeah. And it was just so, and I was just like, thank God I had the money to pull it off.
You paid it off. Do you know how many don't?
Yeah, because we were like, what? My cousin and I, we just paid ours off. And she was like, Damon, what about people who don't have this money? I
Yeah.
was like, girl, I don't know. And I was
Yes.
really like, but we were, take this class or you're really fired. So it was like,
Yes.
okay, so it's just so many things that people don't know about, which will mess up your score, but you can't feel bad about it. You have to just deal with what you have now.
Well, and it starts, Daniel, it starts with a mindset. Um, the reason it starts with a mindset is because when you have a child, there's a lot of things you can do at, at 10, 12, 14, 16. Put them on a credit card.
Mm-hmm.
Put them on, let them build up. Build up a credit. Now you can't screw the card up.
Don't get the cable in the baby name, y'all. Like, cut the
don't.
The cable in my name, Mama. Why should I want?
I've had, what do you mean? I've had, cable in my name for 12 years, and I'm only 16. I get that, but it's like I told my sons, the greatest day of my life was when they walked in a dealership at 22 and signed for their own car. Because we started when they were 10 or 11, just putting them. The mother had good credit. I have good credit. Just because of but teaching them along the way. I tell people this all the time, and I say this, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be very real about it.
Oh, we like real. Give it to us. Give it to us.
I tell people all the time, and I teach my sons this. Black people brag about what they spend, and other nationalities and ethnicities brag about how much they save.
Did y'all listen? It just got so real. Because here's the scary part. We in the room too white to be y'all, so y'all have to hold on. Listen, this is the type of show. We will have the money. We will have the money. Don't y'all talk about my jewelry, because listen, I do bust my ass. We will have the money and won't pay the damn bill.
Listen, it's okay to want good things. Don't get me wrong. But again, like you just said, you remember when that pandemic was here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and my sons went to Somerset.
Oh, you was in line for days.
Listen.
You probably walked back out.
Listen, I was almost in tears. My son said, Dad, why are you so mad?
We giving it away.
I said, all this money in this line.
This money in this line.
You don't see Hispanics.
No.
You don't see Asians.
Mm-mm.
You don't see any other
us
group. It's all us.
Shopping hard.
Now, I call out Black America on this. I call them out on this.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason I do is because the reason we don't own a lot of stuff, the reason we don't have a home ownership is because we're worried about, Gucci slides when that can be in penny stock.
Y'all see what I got on my feet today. Okay, good. Just normal shoes. Just normal. But
you follow what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Listen, we're going to be the flyest thing there and right in that apartment.
Now, if our stuff is together, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But the thing, what I try to tell people is this, and I try to go in a lot of, now don't get me wrong, on these lakes, we see bad credit. On golf courses, we see bad credit. But predominantly, if you go in a lot of neighborhoods, the inner city, and I'm not just saying all Black neighborhoods, but I'm saying the majority of we are the spending dollar.
But you know what's so fun, which is so sad with us, don't y'all let my numbers drop and I tell y'all this. My mom used to really say, Dame, they only spend the money on that wife's red ring and their house. That's it. They said, other than them two, and they're schooling. She said, other than that, they're not doing all of that. And she was right. My dad was right. That I today was so, and I've grown a lot, y'all. It's about growth, having your own business, and really seeing billionaires in your phone really grows you up fast. I was at JCPenney today and really flipping over tags like, do I really need this $29 shirt? I was really, y'all, like thinking, and I had to laugh. The old me was Versace from head to toe, flying first class to Atlanta just to hang out and shop. To go to the Super Bowl, to go to the All-Star. Oh, what? I'll show you my old pictures. You'll be like, damn it, sit down somewhere. But it's just so funny. I grew out of it.
Well, you got different
Yeah,
responsibilities.
and for us, it's like we'll see it and we'll work towards buying the Charger or the Challenger when you could have had your condo paid off
Yes.
in the Kia, in the whatever, in the Malibu, in the whatever. We are so 80% of us are so bad with the shopping and the unnecessary travel. And like you said, for the pandemic, I went to Kroger with a crab leg in sight.
Gospel.
I said, y'all done bought about a damn food. And I know it was us because we just here. I was like this. If I saw one more seafood boil, I was like, now listen, y'all, this is not your first time having seafood. I know that this is not. But you're right. I went to Somerset and I was like,
I was almost in tears.
I said, I knew when I pulled up.
Yeah.
I said, do you really? I said, I'm just going to go to Target. I needed something because I film a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so today I bought mostly all shirts because we are film.
Well,
Yeah.
You need it. It's a prop. It's an expense.
But when I was there, when I'm glad you brought that up, I looked and was like, where's they getting this money from? And are these my clients? I should be, if y'all got this money, because nothing in here is less than $2,000. Mm-hmm. Nothing. Mm-hmm. I was like, well, that's really your 1% down. Don't forget, y'all. This is really it's your credit repair. Yep. It's two, and they was in line in groups. It was no singles.
Wrapped around.
It was 4 or 5 people together.
What blew me away was I started filming, and a couple girls got
mad,
upset.
Yeah.
And I said to my sons, they're 20 some odd, and they at the time they're probably 19 or 20, whatever. They were like, Dad, put the camera away. I says, no, this is the problem right here. No financial real literacy. No literacy.
Because you have to know better. You have to.
But your mother got to know. Your father got to know.
Yeah. I just sit there and I look. And then we were going to eat during COVID. We were at Bonefish. Mm-hmm. And my sister was like, she's like, it was just crazy. I was like, there's no food at the store. You can't go out to eat. What do? Just make soup? Because it was just COVID. We were bad when the rates were 2% and 3%. Mm-hmm. Buy the house. I said, even if you don't really not need it or whatever, let's just get it. Just get it now. You can sell it. Just get it. They didn't. I was busy. Thank y'all who shopped with me. I was busy, but I felt like I should have been busier. Mm-hmm. And now people are like, Damon, is it 5 or 6? And y'all know how I am. I don't feel sorry for y'all now. I'm like, and it was programs going on then. Yes. There's a couple of people that left closings with checks buying houses. Yes. That left with checks, not big checks, but you leave your closing with a check. Yeah. I'm like, so I don't feel sorry for a lot of people sometimes. And like some of my peers would be like, oh, I don't travel a lot. Me and planes, really, that's not really my thing. Mm-hmm. But I'll travel for work. And I tell people, I had a quick story. I went to Atlanta, balled on the budget. I came home, my damn lights was off. Mm-hmm. I've never forgot it. I was like this. And I had a roommate. And he was like, ooh, I was just lying. He said, ooh, we must have had a storm or something. I was like, ooh, crap, let me go down. I knew I didn't pay it. Mm-hmm. But it was like at the time, it wasn't a priority for me, but I had on every label, every name brand. We had flew first class. We as a race, I can speak for us now. I speak for all Black America tonight. We have the money. We like to see it. But what's different in looking at a house than shoes? I go to some of my clients' house sometimes that are selling their house or want to buy a house and I look through it to sell it. I'm like, your down payment is in your closet.
That's a fact. And Gary V says you have enough stuff in your house.
Yeah.
That you can. Yeah.
My podcast.
I had to plug that. You have enough stuff in your house to you get. There is a down payment.
What are you kidding? I looked at my house when I left and was like, someone got to get out of here. You do that spring clean. I was like this. Yes. That TV was in my bedroom just sitting. I was like, you got to get out of here. We have enough stuff, and I'm a single guy. And I know if I got something, it doesn't matter what you married folks have. I go to clients' houses and I'm like, well, here go the money right here. I'm like, well, what are we nickel and diamond for? You got the money right here.
Yes.
So the money that you're sitting on will help pay to fix the credit, to revive your score. That's another thing. Do you get pushback when you charge? I mean, you have to charge people.
Here's my speech.
Okay.
I tell people all the time. There's a lot of scammers out there. There's a lot of companies out there promising, there's like right now, people talk about credit sweeps.
Yeah, I was like, that don't sound right.
Well, if you want to go to federal prison, please Google it.
Y'all, orange ain't my color.
Exactly. Go sign up for that because you're filing false police reports. You're doing just a lot of nefarious stuff. You got to do it the old-fashioned way. I tell people all the time when we give them a price, we cannot fund your blunders.
What?
Is that fair?
I'm gonna start bringing you the closings. You wouldn't believe the stuff people ask for at the end. I'm like this. I don't live with you. I'm not gonna live in this house.
That's right.
You can't give me a lender credit. From where? Yeah. That's my commit. Like, where do you think it's coming from?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I got an inkling of it when I first started with real estate, but I didn't know that people in general, this is all racist here now, y'all. I don't know that people think that everybody else should pay for them to live. I had no clue. I was like, no, you got to pay to play.
Yes.
You cannot just skip along through life. I've had clients where I was like, okay, you can get the house, but what are you going to do next month?
All it takes is one hiccup, and the train is off the track.
A cough, not even a hiccup.
No, that's facts. And the sad part is people don't think about that rainy day. I tell people all the time, everything was sweet just a week ago. And now we're at this point, because remember, 130-day late. Let's say you get a 30-day late on a mortgage in 2000. That mortgage is a 30-year mortgage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Though it won't affect you as much, it's still 30 years because remember, that's
a
mortgage. That 30-day late will stay on there for 30 days.
It's like
for 30 years.
It's like the ghost that won't leave the house.
Absolutely.
It won't leave. And then people, like you said, they forget about it. And then they come to get pre-approved and everybody looking around and I'm looking around too like this. Did you not know this? Or when did you? It's all walks of life sometimes with great scores. Sometimes we call them wonky scores. I just look like because I'm all about, because the realtor we get blamed for a lot. Mm-hmm. I'm all about what are you gonna do next month? Mm-hmm. What you can get the house. Yes, you squeaked on through. If COVID taught us nothing,
absolutely,
baby, they will let you go.
No, you're right.
In a heartbeat. They will be like, you working from home, stay home.
Well, and not only that, if you you have to, I think you better turn my mic up a little bit.
Oh, he'll do it.
Yeah. Okay. But I mean, the thing is with credit is that you have to. Okay.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing is that if you were to look at credit, okay, if you were to look at a guy's credit report, 1 year into him getting a house, I can pretty much tell you when he's going to hit the bottom and when he's going to hit that road bump. Because you know what happens.
Life.
That furniture. You got, your daughter needs braces. College is coming.
The couch looking old.
Yeah, the couch looking old. I mean, it is what it is. But getting the house, that's the biggest prize of your life. So I had a lady get mad at me on Facebook. I took a picture of a house.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a funeral procession. This is a true story. I'm going down the street. Guy has a Bentley coupe backed up to a house. The house is probably worth $8,000.
Help.
Yes. House is backed up. I took a picture of it and I put on Facebook and said, "What's wrong with this picture?" The girl called me up and I was every you know what because of you know what and why. The guy called me who owned the car. I knew it. And he says, man, don't worry about it. You know, blah, blah, blah. He says, I just happened to be over there. You know, I was dating or whatever. And he said, the aesthetics of it did look bad. I said, that's the mindset we have to change.
Get out of.
We have to change that. Don't go look, if you go on Instagram.
Balance.
You said the key, balance. If you go on Instagram right now, everybody's balling out of control.
Everybody. There are no normal people.
There's no normal people. But at the end of the day, it's more normal than it is balling.
Look, when I tell you, we could be here all day about the folks we know that these folks y'all think got a lot of money, do not.
And yes, they call companies like mine.
I'm trying to tell y'all the people that y'all think got, and I'm not talking about celebrities. I'm thinking about the people, these local yokels.
Oh, absolutely.
That y'all think got it going on.
It's all a mirage.
Beat the table like this. Damn, ain't no first-time homebuyer program. I'm like, what? I thought you was rich. Hell, I'd have been shocked. Like, you want an FHA DPA? Huh? Like, what? Nothing wrong with FHA, y'all. Don't y'all stone when I come out this building today. But I have been shocked too. Like, or well, you see it too. When you see their bank account, I know you fucking lying.
Yeah.
I know you are lying. I said, well, maybe it's somewhere. I said, you have another account? And you know, sometimes you ask, not being naive, like you really be like, this can't be it. I mean, one time I had such a shocker. I was like,
stand up. You know?
One time I had such a shocker, and you can't tell anybody because we all bonded and vetted and blah, 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 blah. I was like this. And the client knew, we all, to this day, we still look at each other like this. If folks really only knew. I mean, when I tell you, I was like, oh, I know you got to be kidding me. They didn't get the house. Cause I was like,
and they'll blame you.
Oh, of course they did. Yeah, they blocked me on me on Facebook. Yeah, you know who you are, but
but they'll blame you. It's really not your. You know, it's not. A credit score is a lot like golf. You can't blame anybody else. You swing in the club. You're doing the credit. You know, a lot of times you'll go out, and I tell people all the time, go get one Visa instead of going to Macy's, Target.
Yeah, get out them store cards.
These store cards are what, again, it goes back to 10 cards.
Yeah.
Get one Visa. Pay it off every month.
I worked at a store that should remain nameless, so I don't want to get sued, Jesus. I wouldn't push that card. I was looking like,
because you care about
23. Look, girl, just buy these boots. It's not gonna make it. I was like this. The lady today was like, hey, if you, I said, girl, I got a credit extra coming on my shoulder. She said, ooh, never mind. But I know better. But the savings of where it was half of my bill. In fact, she said, even if it don't go through, we'll still give you half. I'm like, this is a tear somebody's score apart.
Think about it.
A pull and a denial. Oh my God.
Listen, that can hurt you from 2 to 20 points. People say, oh no, you can't.
For some shirts.
Now, mind you, shirts.
And it was, and I just was like, I know how they get people because I've seen it. Mm-hmm. When he is the credit guru. Who's that Rocco? That Rocco Vicari? Probably. What's going on, Rocco? I know how they get people because I've been blessed. I have, y'all. Thank y'all for always using me. And I told her it really was it used to didn't be half your bill. Now they've got it.
Yes.
Well, it was half. I was like, damn, so a family with kids, you know how they get people? I was like this. Ooh, I know back to school, y'all tearing these folks apart. Mm-hmm. And she said, even if you denied, you still get the half.
Yes.
So people are like, okay, my credit already a mess anyway, so let me go and at least get half off these clothes.
Right. Absolutely.
I was like, but if you them 2 points,
It makes a difference.
it makes we have had people get denied for a point.
Yes. And then it takes so long to get it back. Then they lose confidence in it, and then they lose. That house is sold. Now they're gonna go find another house, and this is why I tell people all the time: credit maintenance is ongoing.
Yes.
It's to spend a couple dollars every month just knowing an accurate score for the cost of dinner a month, $30, $25. We're putting together a system called combo scores.
Okay.
Where you'll be able to pull your credit score for your personal and your business.
Did y'all hear that?
It'll be called combo scores. It's up in beta right now, but it's don't go to it and use it yet. But you'll be able to go after your Social Security number as well as your EIN number. So, like you're a realtor in mortgages, a lot of times with Score Revive, we created another arm called World Quest Capital.
Okay.
World Quest Capital deals with the EIN side of this. You're a realtor. You come in these beautiful offices like this one. You don't want to keep putting the stuff in your name. A lot of realtors, a lot of mortgage companies, they put this stuff in their name.
And not their company name.
And guess what happens? They take their personal score.
Trying to keep the business afloat.
Trying to keep the business afloat.
Every time.
I don't put anything on my Social Security number. Cars, nothing. I stopped using that. Why? Because what does it do to your debt ratio?
Oh, it makes it awful. You look like you owe everybody in America.
Absolutely. And you're just trying to run your business, your deli, your real estate,
right?
Your construction company, your social media company. That's, and again, that's the dark horse that they don't teach you. When I met you, how many people in the room you were speaking to?
Oh, it was a lot of people that day.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So as you're speaking to those people, I could have had everybody stand up, and I guarantee you it wasn't 10% of the class that was in there that had everything set up properly.
Oh God, no. Oh no. Oh, 99%. Oh no. Exactly. Yeah, no.
But see, those are the things that we're trying to give the education. Now, of course, we're going to charge you to do it.
Yeah, you got to pay to play.
Absolutely. But do you chase 20,000 or do you chase 200,000? There's a difference.
It's a big difference. And a lot of times I didn't know until I got into it that if your business is set up right, you don't have to, not just say worry about it. You don't have to do it all the time. If you do it right and set your, like we said earlier before we start talking, people don't even have nothing really set up.
The average person who has an EIN number doesn't even have a Duns and Bradstreet.
Like you have to have that.
You have to. But my point to you is this. A lot of times with credit, a guy works very, very hard to build up his personal credit. He goes, says, okay, I want 4 trucks. Your first couple trucks, you probably got to start out, you have to use your personal credit. But you got to get away from that. You got to get off the baby formula. You got to get independent of your own Social Security number. I guarantee you that when we were in that room and you were speaking, I was telling my team that was with me, I said, you know what? I said, the sad part is that I see a total different lane now being down here.
Oh, yeah.
Understanding where the real need is.
Oh, yeah, because the Oakland County is one of the richest counties in America, and sometimes we have no clue what to do. And be like, I'm supposed to be doing what?
Yeah, but the thing is, a lot of guys who have brokerage companies like real estate. Look, whether you agree with Donald Trump or not, whether you like him or not, the one thing he did do, and he taught me as just a businessman overall, his LLC game is tight.
Crazy.
He's never filed bankruptcy. You know why? Because all his LLCs are set up properly. Next man up. This one falls, next man up. Now, I'm not doing anything illegal. But if you look when he had his airline, He had a catering company. His catering company catered the food. You know, it's his own
Right.
ecosystem. You got to create your own ecosystem and make it
Work for you.
Make it work for you.
You have to, because if you don't, you just will be
like if you have, let's say right now you have 10 apartment complexes. You have them all under D realty or D real estate. One burns, they all burn, because now they're going to be suing for all of it.
Right.
You have to individualize your real estate. You got to protect your assets. I always say protect your assets, because if you don't do it the right way,
people will sue you right up out of it.
Absolutely.
Right up out of it.
Because it's too many people trying to grab the bag right now.
Yeah. Oof. Y'all, listen, it's supposed to be y'all. This really was education for me. I will be going back and listen, like I get it that we all are crazy busy. Yesterday, I think I told you, I was so busy yesterday. I said, did I set my alarm? I said, I hope that door is locked. I was in the bed like, I'm running the business. Running multiple businesses.
Yes.
Y'all, I get it. We just have to do more to keep what you have in place and safe and everything else, because it just is when you have to pay to play. You really do. I've learned a lot. Thank you for coming down here. Give us your information one more time, even though we'll have it on triple put it. Could you give them your best way to contact you?
Go to scorerevive.com for anything deal with personal credit, personal challenges. And again, we're a validation company. We're not a credit repair company. If you want sleaze, go get repair. If you want validation where it stays off forever, permanent, go to scorerevive.com. WorldQuest Capital is for business owners that are trying to build their business, build their startups, raise funding, and anything dealing with your EIN number, because that EIN number, your social security number, they are the pulse for your financial needs as far as using those to further and build your businesses. That is very, very important, because, again, nobody thinks about their credit until they have to use it.
Oh, no.
Nobody. Even me.
Yeah, even me. I'm like, my score is what?
Yes. And let me say this before we close. Even me, being in the business, knowing all the algorithms, these companies are slick.
Oh,
and let me say
oil can slick.
And let me tell you this. Let's say you get a collection account today. They can't collect it. They'll sell it to their buddy. Even if you paid it off, they bet on you not keeping that receipt. So guess what happens? Damon gets another $47 charge from, remember, ABC had it. Now DEF has it. You say, hey, I paid it. Prove it. I don't have the receipt. Well,
I don't have the receipt.
And I say that to say, people, start looking at your credit reports. Don't just throw away the mail. Every letter you get from a collection agency, keep it. Look, we're in a scanning age now. You can keep it forever. They can't pull that BS on us if we do it the right way. Take control of your credit scores. If they take control of their credit scores, they won't have to. They'll put us out of business, and that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Take responsibility now. And I guarantee you, file by file, we want to help. If you have any questions, scorerevive.com, worldquestcapital.com for businesses. We'd love to help.
Y'all heard it here first. Now, this was a show tonight, y'all. Now y'all see why I don't have guests all the time, but when I do, I try to deliver some value to y'all. And I learned a lot tonight, too. So this show will be back out. What's today? We'll probably broadcast it Saturday or so. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, you always reach out to me as well. And I'll get your question over to Sherrod, because I won't be answering them. And as always, here's hoping that your open house will close soon. Bye, everybody.